basically, in the game files, there are the files for the other mechs that are going to be in the game. Or at least the files they've created for the other mechs to be in the game to this point. Currently, they have like the Banshee, the Blackjack, the Black Knight, the Cataphract, Cicada, Dragon, Enforcer, Firestarter, Grasshopper, Highlander, King Crab. What else we got? Spider, Stalker, Thunderbolt, and Wolverine and Zeus. So, I've been able to enable those mechs to be seen in the game. So when you go to select the mech, you can pick those mechs in the state they're currently in development.
Okay, so they're not fully developed, but you can unlock them.
Yes, and you can use them like stat-wise. So it would be like you were using the same mech, you just don't get the physical representation of them in the game. Caveat. There are some mechs with textures and models that you can unlock. Those being the Cataphract and the Firestarter. But those two mechs are completely textured, modeled, and ready to go, except their weapon textures aren't done yet.
Okay, and the two that you said are currently not in the game but were there were the Marauder and the Warhammer?
They said they would be in the game, but they're not in my list of files.
Okay.
But yeah, so those two are mysteriously missing. But you also got the Blackjack and the Enforcer, which are fully textured and ready to go. Like I don't understand why they're not in the game right now, honestly.
So even their weapons and everything you're saying are textured?
Weapons textured, models textured, then they have their scripts so they can move around and do all the cool shit.
Okay.
And then there is the Wolverine. The model is there. It is not textured in any way, but it functions. Its scripts, its models, its movements are there as well when you order it around.
Okay. Very interesting. So all this stuff is pretty much there. It's just a matter of what they're essentially giving to us at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what I can do is essentially give you the files and the modifications I made to them so that you can use them. You just gotta swap them out.
Okay. From the actual game files where on the program files?
Yeah.
Take a bite of your pizza.
Full of food,
it's okay, man. So you're sending all I'm just replacing it. How did you even find these to begin with?
I looked at where the game was downloaded in my Steam directory, and then looked through the folders.
Interesting.
Like literally the files for like the Banshee, it says mech def _ Banshee _ BNC TAC 3 Alco.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, I'm glad you did some research and dug into this a little bit. So you're saying I just have to replace it in my program files?
All right. Hold on, let me finish my chewing. I have a foolproof method of how to do this, so it should work.
Okay.
All right, go to your library in Steam and right-click on Battletech and go to Properties.
Okay.
Go to Local Files and then Browse Local Files. And you should see Battletech Data, Dump Box, and Battletech.
Yep.
All right, click on Battletech Data. Go to Resources. I lied. All right, it's streaming. It's streaming assets.
Okay.
Data, then Mechs for Mech. And keep
Okay.
that open, and I'll send you the files here in a second via Google Drive.
Alrighty.
Now, there's only one caveat to me doing this that you have to do.
Okay.
I'm renaming going to have you rename one of the pilots to Calamity.
Well, you want the world to know it was you?
Oh yeah. Just put my little dot.
Put your little mark in there.
Oh yeah. All right, upload complete.
Oh, I got the Thunderbolt. Stalker. Yeah, the Zeus. It's all that stuff's there, man. And where did you send this to?
I'm going to message you on TS.
Okay.
Oh, insufficient permissions.
There we go. Now you're an admin. I don't see enough on this Teamspeak, man. In order to give you that.
There you go.
Okay, and now I just, what, replace all these files?
With the files that are in there. Yep.
So delete all the ones that are in the prototype mech defaults?
So, no. So copy and paste. And when it says replace, say yes.
Sorry, I just don't want to screw this up. That's the only reason I keep asking stuff like this.
That's fine.
Right, copy. Paste. I keep trying to select copy and paste and everything, and it's not working.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to download them.
Ah, well, there's that's different. I thought I could just copy them.
I'm sorry. You need to download all those files and then copy and paste them.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this is preparing download. All of them are downloaded, and they're currently all zipped. I'll just open them up. And making a new file, and I'll put them all in there. Alright, so I unzipped all of them, correct?
Correct.
Alright. And now I'm copying, pasting all these in.
Yep.
replace files and destinations, skip them, or let me decide for each?
Replace.
All?
Yes.
Alrighty. Is that it? Any other steps involved?
That's it.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. So, my question is now, is like, how did you, I guess, figure that out, really?
So I looked at the files that of the mechs that were already in the game and the mechs that weren't, and I found a discrepancy that made sense.
Oh, and you, did you manually change them?
Yep, I manually altered the files.
And then they all came into the game? That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're a nut, man.
Yep.
Good for you, man. I appreciate you telling me this. Am I allowed to post this?
How to do it?
Yeah, or like, or even this whole conversation?
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like, I don't want
Have you been recording me without my knowledge?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
But I can delete it if you don't want me to post it.
Good.
I want to give you the credit. I think if
Totally
everyone's,
good.
I think if everyone were to figure that or to find out about this, I want to give you the credit. They're gonna think you're a genius.
Yes, I am Calamity Wolf, and I approve this message.
See, so I knew you wouldn't have any beef with it. I figured you, because if I told you I was recording beforehand, you might have what?
I like my famous light.
Oh, if I told you beforehand that I was recording you, then you might have sounded different or left details out. But this is perfect.
Yep. So, and that's just getting those mechs unlocked. Yeah.
So you're, so again, you're completely fine with it. I could delete it if you.
Nope, you are golden.
Perfect, man. So then I'm gonna do that then. So if I launch it right now, would it work, or do I have to do it? Should I close out of Steam?
No, you should. Once you launch it, it should be good.
All right. Well, let's give this a whirl. I'm gonna give this a whirl live with you on Teamspeak, so that everyone can see the glory that is Calamity Wolf's ingenious.
And I'll be laughing maniacally in the background as I mod the game.
Well, let's see. Self-mod the game.
Welcome, Commander.
Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. It shows them, but it's not like they're like
Yeah,
it has like the king crab as an atlas.
It does that for all of them. So all the added mechs will look like atlases that are assaults. All heavies will look like Orions. All mediums will look like Shadowhawks, and all lights will look like commandos.
Okay, so for everyone else who didn't know or wants to know, we'll just have to revert back to the beginning of this video in order to know which ones will actually show up with texture, which ones will actually look the way that they are. But you said in particular the Blackjack, right? The Blackjack, no one understands why they aren't currently in the game?
Me personally, I haven't really asked around. I was on Gimpy's stream, and I was chatting with him live on his stream on Twitch, and there was a dev in there, and a lot of it he wasn't allowed to talk about. He was like, "Cool, you guys got act. You guys are doing that. I can't talk about it."
All right, cool. So that's really useful. I'm sure a lot of people would like to mess around with it if they can. And I guess I'll start using this. This is gonna be fun.
And I'm working on modding myself into the game.
Yeah, I figured that as much. If you went through the length of figuring all this out by yourself, I had no doubt that you would probably try to do that as well.
Damn it! I forgot to do something.
What?
He was here.
What?
I meant to modify them. So you know how they have the dossier about the mech?
Yeah.
The information. A lot of them don't have info on the mech. So I was going to say just put Calamity was here.
That'd be brilliant. Oh well, next time. Do it in the alpha.
Yeah, right. Wait, the beta comes after the alpha.
That's what I mean. Yes, beta after the alpha. You're right. Oh man, I think I've been announcing that wrong. Oh well. So that's gonna do it for now. With that being said, I appreciate you you delving this information. I'm sure that everyone who has been playing will maybe like to mod it a little bit and see what is available and at least what everything is gonna look like. So
yeah. Also, for those who want to delve into these files and start looking around, for you to be able to really look into them and see what you can change, use Note++ to open up these files. It's basically Notepad, but it's more for programming. Utilizing the Notepad, it lets you modify the files, essentially. So by doing that, you can open up, see the things. You can change armor, speed, weapon loadouts if you start to get crazy with it. Just be smart about it and make backups of all the files. So save it separately, so that way if you ever mess up and it screws over, it doesn't screw you over long term and you have to completely uninstall and reinstall the game. You just gotta swap those files out. So make backups and just put the backup back where it belongs.
alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you heard it here first. Thank you again to Calamity Wolf for pointing this out so that everyone can get a little bit more into the game, get a little more access to what the mechs look like, the textures, everything, so on and so forth. And if you do want to mess around with the files, again, as he said, make sure you're using Note++. I will write it in the description for all you guys. But again, thanks a bunch, Calamity. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.